This fourth module of the Introductory training program on cybersecurity for healthcare staff focuses on mobile device security. In this module, which consists of two separate lessons, you will learn about what mobile devices can be used for in a healthcare context, how the GDPR regulates their use, and what some of the key security risks associated with mobile devices are. You will also hear about how you can secure your mobile devices. In this first lesson of Module 4, we will focus on the use of mobile devices and the security risk associated with this. Generally, we can say that using mobile devices in healthcare settings presents various security risks, especially in terms of cybersecurity. In this lesson, we will talk about some of the key security risks associated with the use of mobile devices along with scenarios that could lead to these risks. First of all, let us look at what mobile devices are usually used for in healthcare settings. Healthcare staff can use mobile devices for a wide range of purposes to enhance patient care, improve operational efficiency, and streamline healthcare processes. One of the main reasons for why you might use mobile devices is that they enable you to access electronic health records and patient charts and to review medical history, medications, test results, and treatment plans at the point of care. This means that mobile devices can be used for real-time clinical documentation, and you can easily update patient records, enter notes, and document care directly into electronic health records, reducing paperwork and potential errors. Mobile devices can also be used for remote patient monitoring, where data from wearable devices or home-based sensors is transmitted to healthcare providers for analysis. Mobile devices might also facilitate communication among your healthcare team members. You can use secure messaging apps to exchange information, consult with specialists, and coordinate patient care. Additionally, mobile apps and barcode scanning on devices may help you accurately administer medications by verifying the right patient, medication, dose, and timing. Also, you might find that telehealth consultations and remote patient monitoring are increasingly conducted through mobile devices, allowing you to assess patients' conditions from a distance. The GDPR doesn't specifically regulate the use of mobile devices by healthcare staff, but it does set forth principles and requirements that you must adhere to when processing personal data, including data processed on mobile devices. Therefore, all principles of the GDPR that were covered in the second module of this training program apply to how you use mobile devices. For example, this includes the principle of data minimization, meaning that you should only process personal data on mobile devices that is necessary for the intended purpose. As you know, collecting excessive or unnecessary data may violate the GDPR's principle of data minimization. Another principle of the GDPR requires that you implement appropriate security measures to protect sensitive patient data from unauthorized access, disclosure, alteration, or destruction. Therefore, mobile devices must be secured to prevent data breaches and data loss. Also, if you collect personal data from patients using your mobile devices, you must obtain informed and specific consent from patients, and individuals should be informed about the purpose of data processing. You will also heard about the GDPR principle of data protection by design and by default. The GDPR encourages organizations to incorporate data protection measures into the design and implementation of systems and processes. Mobile device policies and practices should reflect these principles. Therefore, the GDPR does establish a framework for data protection that you must adhere to when handling patient data on these devices. Now let us take a closer look at the security risk associated with using mobile devices. The first risk concerns unauthorized access. This can happen if you lose your mobile device, that your smartphone or tablet which is not properly secured with a PIN or password. An unauthorized person can then find the device and gain access to sensitive patient information. Let us look at how using insecure Wi-Fi networks can significantly contribute to security risk when using mobile devices. Imagine that you connect to an insecure Wi-Fi network at a coffee shop or airport to do some work, and you access patient records or send sensitive information. Insecure Wi-Fi networks lack encryption, making it relatively easy for malicious individuals to intercept data transmitted between the mobile device and the network. Attackers can use packet sniffing tools to capture sensitive patient data, usernames, passwords, and other confidential information. What could also happen is that an attacker sets up a rogue Wi-Fi hotspot with a name similar to a legitimate network. You might then connect to this rogue hotspot unknowingly. The attacker can position themselves as a man in the middle between your mobile device and the internet. They can intercept and modify data in transit, potentially injecting malware, collecting login credentials, or altering patient data. Also, if you connect to an insecure Wi-Fi network and unknowingly download a malicious attachment from a phishing email, and this attachment contains ransomware, your device can become infected. Additionally, if you log into a healthcare portal or accesses patient data over an insecure Wi-Fi network that does not use secure authentication protocols, it will make it easier for attackers to intercept login credentials. Once obtained, these credentials can be used for unauthorized access to healthcare systems and sensitive patient data. Another security risk associated with using mobile devices is a so-called lack of network isolation. If you use your mobile device on an insecure Wi-Fi network to access patient data, or you also use the device for personal purposes, you might have a problem if your device lacks proper network segmentation or isolation. This could mean that any malware or vulnerabilities encountered on the insecure network could potentially affect the healthcare data and systems stored on the same device. This is a particular risk if you download third-party apps for convenience without considering their security. Some of these apps may have inadequate security measures and can compromise sensitive data related to your work. Yet another security risk when using mobile devices could be failing to update your mobile device operating system and applications regularly. Hackers can exploit known vulnerabilities and outdated software to gain unauthorized access. And of course, mobile devices are easily lost. For example, if you lose your smartphone that contains encrypted patient data and the device falls into the wrong hands, the data can be easily accessed and misused. A lack of encryption is therefore always a security risk. If you send patient records via an unencrypted messaging app and it is intercepted during transmission, the data can be read by unauthorized individuals. Another security risk is connecting your mobile devices to your facility's healthcare system. If not properly secured, your devices can become entry points for cyber attacks, leading to data breaches and potential exposure of sensitive patient information. In conclusion, we have covered what mobile devices can be used for in a healthcare setting, what GDPR compliance can mean for using mobile devices, and what the security risks associated with mobile devices are. In the next lesson, we will focus on how we can overcome these security risks and secure our mobile devices. Thank you for your attention.